They say good fences make good neighbors, but what if your neighbor believes the fence is a personal attack? What started as a simple home improvement turned into months of chaos, accusations, and a web of lies. This is the story of Susan, the neighbor who thought she could manipulate the entire neighborhood, and what happened when we finally said, enough is enough. When we moved into our quiet little neighborhood, we were excited to settle down and live a peaceful life. For the most part, the neighbors were friendly, except for one, Susan. At first, she seemed harmless. She'd make small talk at the mailbox and occasionally mention how things used to be before all the new people moved in. But things changed when we decided to install a new wooden fence around our backyard. We had the proper permits, and it was well within our property line. Still, Susan wasn't having it. The day construction started, she stormed out of her house demanding to know what we were doing. "This fence blocks my morning light," she shouted. We explained that we'd followed all local regulations and even offered to show her the paperwork. She refused to look at it. Instead, the next morning, we caught her walking around our yard with a tape measure, muttering things like, "This can't be legal." We asked her, politely, to leave our property. Her excuse? "I'm just checking that it's all up to code." From that day on, she treated the fence like a personal insult. Escalation. What started as an obsession with our fence quickly turned into outright boundary pushing, literally. Susan began parking her car halfway onto our driveway. At first, we thought it was a mistake. Maybe she was in a rush? So we left a friendly note on her windshield. No response. Next day, same thing. After a week, we called her out directly. She smiled and said, "There's plenty of room for both of us. You don't mind, do you?" Yes, we did. We involved the authorities. The police issued a warning, and for a while, things calmed down. But the peace didn't last. She started blasting music late at night, always just after we turned off our lights. We were losing sleep and patience. Neighborhood drama unfolds. Mr. Brown, our elderly neighbor and a voice of reason in the community, tried to intervene. He approached Susan kindly, trying to mediate. Her response? She accused him of teaming up with us and started spreading rumors. She even told others that Mark, another neighbor, was harassing her and conspiring with us to drive her out. We were stunned. Now the whole neighborhood was being dragged into Susan's drama. Major twist. And then came the shocker. One afternoon, we received a letter. Susan had officially filed a complaint against us with the local council, claiming harassment, damage to her mental health, and that we intentionally destroyed her quality of life. We couldn't believe it. We documented everything. Photos of her car on our property, police reports, even camera footage of her measuring our fence. The council launched an investigation. Resolution begins. After 2 weeks, the verdict was in. There was no evidence to support any of Susan's claims. In fact, our documentation painted a very different picture, one of a neighbor crossing boundaries, both literally and emotionally. Susan was issued a formal warning to cease all disruptive behavior. Any further complaints without evidence would be treated as harassment on her part. Ending. Justice served. After that, Susan went quiet. Her car stayed in her driveway. The music stopped. And slowly, she started avoiding eye contact altogether. A few months later, we heard she was moving. The house sold quickly, and by the next season, a lovely retired couple had moved in. Peace had finally returned. Closing thoughts. This experience taught us something valuable. Standing up for yourself doesn't mean causing drama. It means protecting your peace. Even when the situation gets uncomfortable, don't let anyone intimidate you out of your space. And most of all, keep receipts. Because sometimes the truth is all the justice you need.